Here are 5 amazing drum secrets in Logic Pro you have to try. Tip number 1 is to use the session player drums per section in your track. So you simply go up to track here, new session player, and then you use the drummer here. I already created one here, and you can use, if you open up the library tab up here, whatever drummer you want to. So Neo Soul, and then you access your global tracks arrangement and you choose, for example, intro here, verse here, I have a pre-section here, and then when you click the plus sign on the drummer track, it will generate a section based on the arrangement track. So here's the pre-section, here's the intro, and here's the verse, and you can go on to chorus and so on. And you can further slice this up if you want to, just use the scissor tool there to separate them. But now you have this track playing here, and it's the drum kit designer in Logic playing a drummer track, and you can per section go in, double click here, open up the session player and customize the complexity, intensity, fill amount, and anything you want. You can even change out a style, so type acoustic drummer, electronic drummer, you can use pop, rock, whatever you want here. And this is per section, so you can go to the intro here and reduce the complexity, and you can see it's updating there. You can add more fill here and fill complexity, and it changes the ending here and also fills inside and so on. So number 1 is session play drums. Tip number 2, drummer track into MIDI. So you can always, when you have this track like so, convert it to MIDI. Just control left click and you can convert to MIDI region. I have it up here. It's convert to MIDI region, like so. And then you can go in, open up the piano roll editor and customize it even further if you want to. Tip number 3, follow the drummer track with an alias. So let's say you want these drums instead. This is Stylus RMX, more electronic beats, not this acoustic drums. Then you can of course convert to MIDI and copy paste. But what I like to do is select all the tracks on the drummer track, then hold down Option and Shift, left click with your mouse, and you can see with only Option you create a copy. But if you hold Option and Shift, you see this arrow creating an alias. So this is now mimicking what is going on these regions here. Now, even if I mute this, it will play according to the drummer track, like so. And if I now update here, you can see it updates in real time. Oops, only that region there, like so. Let's increase the intensity here. It will now update the alias without even playing the drummer track. Right? Follow the drummer with the region aliases like so is amazing. Tip number 4, use the drummer as a groove track. So let's delete or just mute those for now. So we have this acoustic drum kit, right? Because you can add a groove, so it's not 100% quantized. You can use some swing, you can use some feel, pulling or pushing behind or after the grid, like a normal drummer would do. And when you have that groove, you can apply that groove from the drummer to any other track by right-clicking on this drummer track, going to track header components, and activating the groove track here. Once you have done that, if I hover my mouse over to the left, you see a star. When you click that, now I have selected this drummer to be the groove, the master groove track for the entire project. Then you can apply the groove of this track, so the feel, to any other track. For example, a bass line is amazing for this. Now, if I zoom in, watch what happens with the notes here on the bass line. You can see it in real time. When I click here, it will apply the groove track to this bass line. Voila! It moved all the notes to correspond to the groove, the vibe of the drummer track. Now, what I love to do is apply the groove, but not 100%. So you go into the region and click Open More here, and reduce quantize strength to, let's say, only using 50 or 60%, let's say 60. So full, it will quantize perfectly to the groove or align with the groove, but let's say just following a bit, like 60%. Now you get the groove from the drums on the bass line as well, like this. And let's say you want to apply it to the keys, which is actually a session play track as well, this piano here. And let's say you want to select that one, and let's use 60%, let's use 50%. Now both of them are locked into the groove of the drums at a 50% and 60% level. But it just pulls the groove together, making them really correspond to each other. Right? Amazing. Okay, then let's see, I think I will deactivate it with too much of the groove there on the piano. But tip number 5, Drum Machine Designer, really try it out. So what you do is click here, the plus, to create a new track, software, and then you go to Drum Machine Designer, which is a full kit. I've already done so here. And what you can do is open up the library up here, and then you can select a kit. I use this Cinematic Funk, right? Now, what you can do is, of course, record something here, or, as you learned previously, use these as region aliases to this, if you want to. So you can always mute that one now, and you have... Okay, so that's a really weird kit. Let's try another one. Let's use the acoustic bump, let's see. Okay, that one. Now, what Drum Machine Designer is basically a collection of drums inside a track stack already created. But you also can use the pattern or step sequencer with the Drum Machine Designer, which makes it really amazing. You can do that on other tracks as well, but let me open up. If I control left click, you can choose create pattern region here. So let's do that on the entire, let's say, the intro section here. And now if you open up with E, the editor, it's not the piano roll, it's a step sequencer. So you can, let's do a beat here. So kick, let's see, this one, let's do that one there, and let's use here, something like that, a clap on that one, and the clap here. Let's do the hi-hat, like so. And you can also go to 30-second notes if you want to, or steps, I mean. And yeah, whatever you want. But here you have, right? And you can clear step. You can do whatever you want in the step sequence. I don't use this so much. You can use the velocity editor up here, so on off, and the velocity to make variation in the velocity, especially on the hi-hat, I feel is important. But as a bonus tip, this is really important. You can actually access the session player on any track. So if you take here on the drummer or the Drum Machine Designer, control left click, actually create session player region. So basically the drummer track, but on this track instead. So let's put that, for example, on and extend it here. And you can see now we have Drum Machine Designer here on the intro section. So, and you can, of course, if you want to, activate the groove follow, and now you have following the original drummer track up here. And you can double click it, go in and spice it up as you want to. Perhaps use another style, psychedelic rock, and so on. Or if you want to still use the Drum Machine Designer, you can simply just adjust the intensity, feel, etc. So, and you can use this also for the pattern region. So let's say you want to use a pattern region on this other track here, you can use Control left click, pattern region, and this is now on in this case, Styles RMX. So you can use the step sequencer there as well. So those are some amazing and simple to use tricks on drums in Logic Pro. Like and follow for more videos like this. Here's another video for you. Keep learning and making music, my friends.